Hey there, welcome to the Gen X Files. I'm Dee, and this is my BFF and feline life mate, Stud. Yes, he wears a candy cane headband, and no, we don't question it. Today, we're tackling a case that's puzzled investigators and captivated the public for decades, the Max Headroom signal hijacking that occurred in Chicago, Illinois. This bizarre stunt went down in 1987 and is still one of TV history's biggest unsolved mysteries. Stick around as we break down the details of this daring hack, the wild theories about it, and the questions that still linger. So picture this. It's a Sunday evening, November 22nd, 1987 to be exact, and not one but two TV stations, WGN-TV Channel 9 and WTTW Channel 11, got hit with a crazy act of broadcast piracy. But who pulled it off? And what were they trying to prove? Let's jump into the details. It was a regular schmegular Sunday evening for folks watching WGN-TV's nightly news when out of nowhere the screen flickered and went black. All of a sudden, there's a dude in a rubber Max Headroom mask twitching around in front of these trippy lines and wavy patterns. And just like that, the broadcast went back to normal, leaving everyone watching totally confused. Not even 2 hours later, the hijacker hit again, this time messing with WTTW Channel 11 during a Doctor Who episode. This one lasted longer, giving viewers more of the masked weirdo's bizarre antics.
You talk often with the old ones of your tribe. That is the only way to learn.
I'll get you a hot drink, miss.
I don't some dry clothes.
Because he's a freaking nerd. I think I'm better than Chuck's worst even. Freaking muffle. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. That's the way. Your love is fading. I still see the X. Oh, my files. Oh, I just made a giant masterpiece for all the greatest world newspaper nerds. My brother is wearing the other one. But it's dirty. It's gonna put my time.
The hijacker spit out a bunch of cryptic random messages, dropping references to Coca-Cola and throwing shade at local news anchors. There's also footage of a woman in a dominatrix-ish costume taking a few swats at Max's bare butt with a riding crop. And nope, I'm not showing that here, but it's definitely out there and easily found. By the way, if you're wondering just who the his old Max Headroom was, he was the main character of a TV show that aired for 2 seasons from 1987 to 1988. The show was set in a dystopian future and followed Edison Carter, an investigative journalist, and his AI sidekick, Max Headroom, both played by Matt Frewer. Max was a glitchy, computer-generated character with a stutter, and in true Gen X fashion, a narc for sarcasm. Max would pop in to comment on the action as they exposed corruption and fought against oppressive systems. The show was a satirical look at media culture and the potential dangers of technological advancements. I found it entertaining, but I really never got it. I'll leave a few links in the description below to some of Max's greatest hits. The real Max, that is. In any event, folks in Chicago were seriously freaked out over the 2 stations' hijackings. Viewers blew up the station's phones, and the media ran with the story. Naturally, the FCC jumped on the case, teaming up with local cops to find out who had the nerve to pull this off.
He continues to involve himself either sporadically or continuously. It's very great that we will determine who it is.
All early evidence points to someone with a broadcasting background.
Someone who really knows the business and microwave in general.
But the person in the Max Headroom disguise may not know how sophisticated officials can be in tracing this sort of thing. It leaves an electronic signature. And while it may have been a stunt, it is not treated as a joke. Chicago's video pirate could face a jail sentence and fines for his freelance exercise in public access. Jack Connerty, Fox 32 News.
Despite all their efforts, the investigation hit a dead end. The hijacker covered their tracks well, leaving investigators with pretty much nothing to go on. The whole setup and skills needed to pull this off showed that whoever did it wasn't messing around. With no solid answers, the rumor mill went into overdrive. Some folks thought it was a pissed-off employee or a bunch of tech-savvy pranksters. Others figured it was some cray-cray political statement or a wild art project. The mystery of it all just made it even more intriguing. Experts pointed out that using Max Headroom, a pop culture icon known for his glitchy computer-generated persona, might have been a dig at the TV industry itself, but frankly, nobody knew what the point of the hijackings were, or even if there truly was one. And there was no mistaking that the weird references and random dialogue only made the whole thing even more surreal and creepy. Almost 38 years later, the Max Headroom hijacking is still unsolved, and we still don't know who did it. The whole thing has turned into a TV legend, showing how fragile broadcast tech was back in the day. Nowadays, with all the advances in tech and cybersecurity, pulling off a stunt like this would be way harder. But the Max Headroom hijacking reminds us that the landscape of media security is always changing, and there's always potential for disruption. The hijacking has inspired several documentaries, news stories, and even silly little YouTube videos, like this one. It still captures the imagination of people who dig tech, media, and the unexplained, keeping the allure of unsolved mysteries alive. We might never know who was behind the hijacking or what their real motives were, but it's a powerful example of how one bold move can leave a lasting mark on history, even if that mark is weird and creepy. Thanks for hanging out with me and Stud today. We appreciate you. If you dug this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into true crime, pop culture, and maybe even a conspiracy or two? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about the Max Headroom signal hijacking? Got any theories? We'd love to hear them. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.